You saw some of those big fights, some of those results, some of the stars that were in the house. That's what we expected, and I would say it exceeded our expectations. With that being said, we're going to be taking questions, but let's get things started here with the founder and the president, David Feldman.
Thank you, guys. Again, as I said earlier, Knucklemania 4 is in the books. It was a great night of fights. Some unfortunate injuries. Some very, very unbelievable finishes. Great crowd, enthusiastic, great announcements. Just an all in all, great night to wrap up our debut here in the great state of California, Los Angeles. What a fucking night. We did a little bit over 7,100 in attendance. From what we're finding out now, our viewership numbers are the most views we've ever had on any fight ever in history for Bkfc, so this was a really good night for us. We're over 12 million live viewers worldwide, so that was a phenomenal night for us. Fighter tonight is David Diaz versus Shane Jordan. I thought they all let it hang out, and it was just an unbelievable fight. We have about, I think I marked down 12 bonuses we're given tonight. I'm not going to announce every one of them, but I think we marked down an additional 12 bonuses, because I told the guys in the locker room, it's our debut in California, you got to go out there and fight your asses off, and these guys went out there and they fought their asses off, and they're going to get paid for it. Knockout of the night is one of my favorite boxers of all time, El Perro. Woo! I mean, this guy, thank you. First time there, Jeremiah Riggs swarmed him, grabbed him by the back of his hair, and was hitting him. And Alfredo Angulo came back with a devastating knockout, a viral knockout, and I'm happy for him. It was just a great night for us, man. I'm very, very happy about being here in Los Angeles, and obviously we had a major announcement tonight too. We accepted or entered into an agreement with a very large combat sports enthusiast, Conor McGregor. He's now an owner of Bkfc with us, and we're going to take this motherfucking thing all the way to the top. You want to handle questions, Brian?
Yeah, put your hand up if you have a question. I'll come over there. I'll give you the mic. Media, I'm coming to you. It's jam-packed with media here. Let's go to you first, sir.
Congratulations on a successful event. Before I ask about some other things, let's just talk about this event tonight. You know, when Bkfc started 5-6 years ago, I believe it was, to get to California, I'm sure it was something that, you know, was a big goal of yours to get into this market. So now that it's happened, can you just put into perspective what that means to you and to this company?
I mean, it's like in life, right? You want to get somewhere in life, and you got to break down barriers. And we broke down barriers. We hit speed bumps. We hit dead ends. And, you know, a lot of people didn't really want us to succeed, so we had to try even harder and do things even better than we were supposed to do them. And we did that. We did it that way, and we put on great fights, and we made sure the fighters were safe, and we did everything we were supposed to do. And California finally accepted us, and it was a big, big step in the regulatory movement for Bkfc. And it's just, I'm so happy to be here. The commission was just unbelievable to deal with. Very, very happy to be here in California.
Mike Perry has clearly established himself as your biggest face, you know, your biggest name, your biggest star. He's had quite the resurgence in his post-UFC career with you. Can you just talk about what it means to have him on your roster and what he's bringing in terms of attention and eyeballs?
Yeah, man. I mean, look, when you enter into a partnership, it has to work for both sides, right? Mike Perry was at the end of his UFC run. He wasn't doing great in UFC. I saw that people liked him and they were talking about him, so we brought him over here and we gave him an opportunity in bare knuckle, and he took advantage of it and made the most of it, and he's the king of violence. I mean, he is now the face of Bkfc, absolutely, and probably one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in Bkfc. The guy, he's very confident, and when you're confident, it's really, really hard to stop. You just go out there and do what you have to do, and you're not worried about what the other guy's going to do. And when you do that, you're a very, very dangerous person.
and continuing with Perry here, afterwards, he's going ballistic in the cage. He's yelling, screaming at the top of his lungs. He's directing some of that towards you because he wants a title shot. What are your thoughts on that?
Bring it on. He can have that title shot if he wants it. I think that Dave Mundell, who has been fighting for us, who has been calling out Mike Perry, I think he deserves it. I'm not 100% sure that's next, but I think it's something that the both guys are asking for, and if they're asking for it and the fans want to see it, let's give it to them.
He escaped unhurt. He's perfectly fine. We can run this shit next week if you want it.
All right. Then I want to ask about Conor McGregor. It's a very exciting time, obviously, for the company and partnering up with Conor McGregor. How exactly, or give an idea of what do you think will change now with him in the mix? How does this, how does it look moving forward with him now?
I mean, you got the guy who has the most downloaded or most viewed movie in Amazon history, right? I mean, it wasn't because of his acting. Not that he was bad at acting, but it wasn't because of his acting. It was because it was Conor McGregor. It wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal that drove those views. It was Conor McGregor that drove those views. He's one of the most popular guys in the entire world. He's one of the most popular or influential combat sports fighters of all time, or personalities of all time. I mean, you tell me, you get a guy like that who anything he touches turns to gold. I want that Midas touch for us, so we brought it over.
Oh.
Congratulations on a big event, huge history in the making. Staying on the same subject of Conor McGregor, how did those conversations start?
He came to our event. Actually, in 2 days it'll be a year in Denver. He jumped in the ring. He called out Mike Perry, in fun, and one thing led to another. We partnered with his beer, Forged Irish Stout, and they became a sponsor of us. And he fell in love with us. I mean, we had some unbelievable conversations, some great ideas already exchanging. It was funny. I was telling my wife, I was dying for Conor McGregor to call me. Now the guy won't stop calling me. It's unbelievable. He is so excited about this thing. I really think it completely takes it to the next level.
Do you think that with Conor being now a partial owner in the Bkfc organization, do you think Dana White is punching air right now?
Listen, Dana White has a juggernaut with the UFC. I mean, Conor McGregor certainly moves the needle for him, but he's very, very successful without him. So I'm not that he's fighting for us, I'm saying, but as him promoting our product, who knows, right? I mean, you're probably a little mad. Your number one star is going to talk about a different company, so you're probably not very happy about it, but he's not worried about us. Not yet.
Fernando Pimentel, 210 Boxing TV. I wanted to know, you mentioned Austin Trout's about to have another rematch and a fight and everything. You love El Perro, Alfredo Angulo. Are there any other boxers that you are actually seeking to bring into BKFC, and at the same time, other former MMA fighters into BKFC as well?
Yeah, man, I mean, there's a slew of them. We have a lot of them. We're in talks with some of the biggest names in boxing. We're in talks with some of the biggest names in MMA, and I think the events that happened this week for us put us in a great position to pull that off now. So I'm not going to mention the names, but I'm telling you, yes, in the next 3 months, there's going to be a signing spree here.
All right, last one for David Feldman.
Dave, just to follow up on my previous question, in that same interview, you also talked about how you never forget where you came from. How often do you reflect on the journey? How would you describe the journey? And with all that being said, how vindicated do you feel after all you've been through, seeing what you've built in this juggernaut?
It's been a really tough journey. I mean, I've been through a lot in my life, and a lot. And to be here today, talking to all you people, and having that almost packed house out there, having all these people view it, biggest guy in combat sports wants to partner with me. He wants to partner with me. Some guy that started this in 2009 in warehouses with a guy I think that's in this room, Bobby Gunn. We started in fucking warehouses with 10 people there. And now we sold out this venue tonight. It's just a phenomenal feeling. I just say, don't let people tell you that you can't do something. They only tell you they can't do something. You can't do something because they can't do it. So fuck them.
You went through so many trials and tribulations to get here, man. Honestly, though, was there ever a time where you were close to quitting on this dream?
Yesterday. Every fucking day I get close to quitting. Look, this is a tough journey. This is not easy. This is a roller coaster ride, and we're building something special. And when I sit back and look and I see what we're building, we keep driving. But I mean, this is not an easy ride.
And then the last one for me, boss. I came up from San Diego today. They love combat sports down there. They had Bellator 300 down there, one of the jiu-jitsu hubs of the world. Now that you're sanctioned in the state of California, when can you come to my hometown of San Diego, man?
We'll see. Look. We have actually an event. I can officially announce it now. We have an event July 12th at Pechanga Casino. Yeah, we're going to be there, and then we're going to go up to, in the fall, we're going to go up to Sacramento.
Dave, I have to head off, Mike. Sounds like you're the man. Loving with Dave Feldman. They're yelling. They're having a great time out here talking to you. But David Feldman, give it up for him.
Thank you, guys.